Welcome to Awesome Landscapes. The following will show new employees on how to respond properly to incidents should they occur. The following is Awesome Landscapes policies and procedures on first aid. You will all receive the first aid handbook, and in there you will have step-by-step instructions on how to respond to first aid. The first one you will see here in your handbook is bleeding, cuts or wounds. The aim here is to stop the bleeding, to clean the cut or the wound, protect the wound, and then call a doctor if necessary. If the bleeding is severe or you suspect internal bleeding, there is abdominal or chest wounds, or bleeding cannot be stopped after 10 minutes of firmly applying pressure, or blood spurts out of the wound, you need to call 000. Secondly, we have CPR for adults. In this instance, people should be checking for responsiveness, doing chest compressions, and using an AED as soon as one is available. Again, calling 000 if a person collapses or becomes unresponsive. Thirdly, we have thermal burns treatment. It's important for all burns to stop the burning immediately and remove any constrictive clothing. For first-degree burns, employees should cool the burn, protect the burn, treat the pain, and see a doctor if there is signs of infection and increased pain. And again, call 000 if the burn penetrates the skin is leathery, there is a burn blister larger than 2 inches or oozes, the hands, feet, or face are burned. For second-degree burns, employees should cool the burn, secondly, protect the burn and prevent shock, and again, see a doctor. For third-degree burns, 000 is to be called. The burn area should be protected, prevention of shock, and also see a doctor. In the case of choking, while waiting for 000, the employee should give back blows. If a person is still choking, do thrusts, give CPR if necessary, and follow up with emergency personnel. In the instance of concussion, the aim is to firstly prevent swelling and further injury, treat the symptoms, monitor the symptoms, call a doctor, and follow up. The following section will cover Awesome Landscapes policies and procedures with regard to investigations and reporting. The designated safety officer must follow the receipt of an accident report, investigate the accident, interview witnesses, and do all possible investigations to enable a report to be compiled. The report will contain the location address, the location of the site and area within the site where the accident occurred, the date and the time the accident occurred, the people involved, injuries and damages sustained, list of possible causes, and as well there will be copies of interviews signed by interviewees, photos of the site, damage and injuries, and also will list persons and authority officers to whom the accident was reported. The investigation report is primarily for internal company use and to aid the company in providing a safe, healthy and work-free environment. The following will cover incident notification. There will be some instances where the situation requires the incident to be reported to WorkSafe. In this case, it's deemed a notifiable incident. This will be the case where there is a death of a person, A person requires medical treatment within 48 hours of exposure to a substance. A person requiring immediate treatment as an inpatient, or a person requiring treatment for the amputation of any body part, a serious head injury, a serious eye injury, degloving or scalping, electric shock, a spinal injury, the loss of a bodily function, or serious lacerations. In these instances, where the incident is notifiable, the site of the incident is to remain undisturbed until a WorkSafe inspector arrives on site or gives permission for disturbance. The manager of the department must also report all notifiable incidences to WorkSafe on 132 360 and then in writing within 48 hours by completing the WorkSafe incident notification form. The manager should undertake an incident investigation in consultation with the health and safety representative and record the findings and recommendations in an incident report. The following steps should be taken when reporting incidents. All incidents should be recorded to the manager or the reporting staff member. If a person has been injured, the need for first aid should be assessed and action taken as appropriate. If the incident is considered to be serious, the manager should contact the health and safety representative for advice. The health and safety representative will advise regarding the notification of the incident to WorkSafe. As previously discussed, where there is a notifiable incident, this must be reported to WorkSafe. The manager should undertake an incident investigation in consultation with the health and safety representative and record the findings and recommendations in an incident report. The following forms are required in the case of incident reporting. Firstly, where there is a notifiable incident, the incident notification form needs to be completed, and this is a requirement by WorkSafe Victoria. Internally, a hazard identification form should be completed and an incident reporting form completed. Thank you for listening to Awesome Landscape's policies and procedures on first aid and incident notification and reporting. Should you have any queries, please contact your relevant manager.